Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Gemini January 12, 2022. It is possible that, up to this day, some family situations have made you reflect on whether it is better to stay away not only physically, but emotionally. By drawing on the energy of the waning moon, you could potentially have done the right thing by taking your best to take flight away from those who do not understand your growth. Little by little you would let life fill you with new vibrations, a possible change in attitude. It would make you feel that you have everything on your side. At any moment the limits come and you would have realized that you would not be there to support anyone who keeps with the idea of making you feel bad. That is why the transition from Leo to Virgo would make the picture much clearer. You may have felt that life has not suddenly filled you with satisfaction. That is why, without hesitation, you should be much more aware that things can be accommodated for you. With the trine between Mars and Venus, everything would start to feel fuller for you without a doubt. Today things are going to ask you by mouth. Spend this day with confidence, as it is one of those moments when it is easier to be yourself. It won't cost you much to get what you set out to do. You only have to give a push to open the doors of the castle. The bridge will come down and all you have to do is smile and cross. You take a step back from events. Your decisions are objective and fruitful for the future. The form is definitely at the rendezvous. Try to measure yourself and not exhaust yourself. Measure your muscular efforts. Resolutely optimistic and full of goodwill, you will distill the joy of living around you and create a pleasant atmosphere. Now is the time to have a good time with family or friends. Today, all you want is to enjoy life. Sports, forest, horses, or country walks, you need simplicity and communication with nature. The moon hardly encourages you to invest in your obligations, you desert, for one day, your field of operations. Sharing your knowledge would make everything clear. Use the best that makes you feel whole. Illuminating you in the best way with ideas that would make your course have the opportunity to be much more accurate for you. In terms of health, everything would be good for you. You can be very passionate about your beliefs. You have a very clear sense of right and wrong, and you have no difficulty sharing your opinions with others. Today you will be inspired to express yourself boldly. Perhaps your sense of justice will be triggered. You can fret about something you see or hear. You will want to step in and show people another way of looking at things. You are entering a period that is going to be somewhat difficult to manage if you are prone to regular back problems. You could experience a new crisis that will handicap you more than the previous one and lead you to take new measures to relieve yourself effectively. Be careful not to make any mistakes in taking your treatment and refrain from playing sorcerer's apprentice by testing so-called miracle remedies of discussed effectiveness that you may be advised. Important decisions are those that resemble that the day would keep you on track to make your money grow, stay with you and share what you consider necessary. Now that you have that disposition, don't forget how important it is to make everything clearer than before. With the number 8 in front of you, you would be putting everything in your favor. This is an ideal day to review your financial situation, look at your bank statements or financial reports. Try to pretend that you are with your banker telling him about your situation as objectively as possible, without overestimating your income or underestimating your expenses. You won't regret this process as it can prevent you from making big mistakes later. You allow yourself a little indulgence and maybe you're spending more than you should. People are generous with you, and for some, you want to thank them by inviting them or giving them a gift. The work and effort that you have put in so far will empower you. Then everything will be particularly favorable to you so that you have no problem in securing your material future. Staying level-headed does not mean being submissive. Suddenly, when you have encountered adverse situations, it seems that they push you to the limit, exploding in the strongest way you could imagine. You would not stop to see that things have an improvement if you kept quiet in the best sense of the word. Reflections and make decisions that suit you without a doubt. That is why the transition from Leo to Virgo would be the best thing that could happen to you. Lately, you may feel disconnected from your spiritual side. You have been very busy with work and family obligations. Today's energy will force you to draw on your reserves. What made you feel so off balance? Are you so dedicated to others that you have little time left for yourself? You may want to try exercising, doing a hobby at home, or doing some meditation. In a relationship, nothing will disturb the serenity of your relationship today. As for singles, however, things may change. Love might come about through a former conquest or a longtime colleague. If you take the plunge, know that this relationship is not really made to last. You will have a lot of fun with your new partner, but your differences in point of view will be too great. But maybe a relationship without a plan or rules is just what you need? You would stop a situation from a person who would only be seeing the gaps of an impeccable job that you have done so far. Therefore, you would prevent life from filling you with inconsistencies and making you clear who you are, to stop what does not correspond to you. At the moment, it is the waning moon that would have the necessary congruence for you to achieve it. Today you may find it difficult to act on any practical issue. If you find out that this is the case, don't even think about pressuring yourself to change the situation. Today you are more concerned with the fantasy side of life. Today's dreams, both physical and mental, can be a wonderful escape for you. Do something that takes you out of your current state of mind. Go to the movies or the theater tonight. The precious help of Saturn will allow you to do a colossal job in a very short time today. Be careful, however, not to overdo it, at the risk of exhausting yourself for nothing. Raise your head from the handlebars regularly so as not to make avoidable mistakes, and do not seek thanks and praise at all costs. They have great power over your esteem, but should not be your main goal. A job well done, on the other hand, yes. The incessant household obligations overwhelm you. If you don't have enough time to change the scene, you may feel like you've lost yourself in your role as a parent or partner. Fortunately, your distant relatives are here. Grandparents, cousins, uncles, and aunts, all these beautiful people already form a large network of acquaintances. As a bonus, they will always be delighted to welcome you. Get out of the house on a sightseeing tour. You might even end up missing your home sooner than you think.